Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're all doing well wherever you are. In this video, we'll take a look at a limited series featuring the BMW M5. Now, I already own this car because we've had a limited time series, I want to say early in 2020. So this is sort of a rerun, although limited series or limited time series, when they do a rerun, the PR requirement does get bumped up a bit. So last time we ran through this, 3 upgrades across the board was enough to win this car. But this time around, it isn't going to be. You're gonna need a few more upgrades. So here are the rewards. If you don't own this car already, obviously, this plus the car itself, right? The car itself is worth some 375 gold. You can get it for 300 with the 20% showcase discount, since it is featured in a bonus series along with 2 other cars. Maserati, one of the 2 Maseratis, the Gran Turismo MC Stradale, right? And then the other one featured along with that, and the bonus series is Porsche 911 Carrera S. So the bonus series, you'll find it in Master section of the Road collection called Prestige Meets Performance. And that bonus series, this M5 is the only car that can meet the 100% PR requirement, which is 64.7. The other cars max upgrade PR come quite short compared to this guy. So you're gonna need this car if you want to make progress in that series. Now, last time when we won this car, they required PR 61.5. So maybe your car might already, if you ran it through this limited series or limited time series in the last run and won the car, then your PR probably is already up to 61.5. This time around, it's gonna be 64.5 this time around to win this car, according to what the Fire Monkeys have published. And with the limited series, it says 7-day event. That is if you don't own the car. If you already own the car, you can run it however long it takes you. I still have some limited series in previous rounds that I have not completed yet. I still have access to it because I own those cars. So that's how these things work. Now, once you start or complete one event, win a trophy, right? Then it will trigger 24 hours of instant service and instant R&D on racing dollar upgrades. So that is something that you can take advantage of to, make some progress in your game. But anyway, let's check in. Right, so that means, as always, when you start the event, don't put upgrades on right away. Complete at least one event, right? So that way you can get your upgrades done instantly afterwards, right? Assuming that you can afford it. Oh, right, so here we go. Beamer M5 Limited Series. This incredible car was used to smash the world record for longest continuous drift by drifting for a staggering 232.5 miles. Yeah. How is that possible? Continuous drifting of 232.5 miles? I guess you gotta set records. Somebody's gotta hold the record, right? So there it is. Not very helpful in this game, though. Since we don't really have a drifting challenge, you know what I mean? But anyway, here's the breakdown of your rewards broken down into 25% completion increment. So the first 25% completion gets you 750 victory points, 2 gold, and 10,000 racing dollars. And that you would need to get through tier 4. in order to claim that, which means you're going to need PR 54.1, and then 50% completion will reward you additional 1,000 victory points, 4 gold, and 20,000 racing dollars. And for that, you will need to complete 7 tiers plus 2 gold trophies in tier 8. So tier 7 PR is what you need to meet in order to claim that, and that is 57. And then 75% completion adds another 1,500 victory points, 6 gold, and 30,000 racing dollars. And that one, you can claim it upon winning 1 gold trophy in tier 12, which means you got to get through tier 11, which requires PR 60.6. So, yeah, you can claim or complete 75% on this limited series, even if you won this car in the last championship limited time series in the old format, right? So, yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of gold, but it's 12 more than you would have otherwise. So that's something, right? And of course, the 100% completion rewards you the 2,000 additional victory points, 8 gold, and 40,000 racing dollars. So that is a total of 5,250 victory points, 20 gold, and 100,000 racing dollars. Right. And of course, that requires PR 64.5. Let's confirm that, shall we? Right. We'll collect all the rewards at once, which apparently, in my case, because I've been doing all the weekly time trials and I've been doing all the series in this round, that's gonna get me additional 60 gold and then some. Right, so we'll take a look at that in a moment. But as you can see, 24 hours or 1 day of instant service, since my car is fully upgraded already, which maxes out at PR 65.8. There is an exclusive series in this car, by the way, as you can see here, which doesn't, I mean, it's not, I mean, it's a mid-range car, right? So payout from the exclusive series isn't that great. It pays 80 gold. So, I mean, compared to the likes of more expensive cars that we've had exclusive series for, like, you know, Apollo, for example. Not Apollo. What am I thinking? Bolide. That's what I'm thinking. Apollo's brand new car. We haven't had any. Anyway, so like Bugatti Bolide has exclusive series that pays like 150 gold, I think. I'll make a separate video on that exclusive series, which is a big slap in your face. I mean, given you are able to win, we were able to win the car for free, but you know, fully upgrading car costs you almost 2,000 gold. Okay, somewhere around there, right? And for that effort, I feel like 150 gold in return is pretty dismal, but that's story for another time. This exclusive series pay 80 gold, so perhaps in comparison payout is rather generous. I don't know. Compared to the upgrade cost, it's still, you know, small fraction, since fully upgrading this car would cost you 520 gold. So speaking of upgrades, so if you already won this car from last exclusive series, that means you can do 75% completion and pick up whatever you can, right? And which is high enough PR to get you 75% completion in the bonus series, right? Prestige meets performance, assuming that you have the other 2 cars. And then let's see, usual 28 upgrades total. Now, in order to meet the PR requirement in this limited series, so PR 64.5, you are gonna have to max out engine, all 5 upgrades there. You don't need to max out drivetrain, but you will need 3 of the 4 upgrades there. You do need to max out body. It's the usual, the odd number upgrades available categories, you want to max out because that last odd number upgrade is going to be your racing dollar upgrade, right? And suspension, you do need to max it out. And then exhaust, all three you need. Brakes, also you need all three. And then tires and wheels, you just need 3 upgrades. So if you, so that is a total of 390 gold you're gonna need to spend, and you're essentially purchasing every racing dollar upgrades available on this car, which cost you total of 1,102,200 racing dollars. If you don't take advantage of the instant service or instant R&D on those racing dollar upgrades, it will take you 1 day and 4 hours 30 minutes, because that tier 5 upgrade does take like 18 hours. So yeah, compared to some, more expensive cars, that's not too bad, because some can take like 3 days, right? Or longer. So, but master level car, not too bad, right? About what you would expect. So that is that. And if you want to go ahead and complete that featured bonus series, then you're gonna need one more upgrade. And that is, of course, brakes and or tires and wheels for extra additional 60 gold. And then at that point, you're one upgrade shy of fully upgrading the drivetrain, right? Which is gonna be additional 70 gold if you want to unlock the exclusive series. So in a sense, if you have completed the, I guess, bonus series with the PR 64.7, or basically getting every upgrade except for the last drivetrain upgrade, then it is worth unlocking the exclusive series by getting that last drivetrain upgrade. Since drivetrain upgrade costs you 70 gold, exclusive series pays out 80 gold, so you actually net 10 gold on that last upgrade, if you want to think about it that way. Anyway, so I'll have all the numbers in the description of this video, and all the playthrough of every race that I do, every tier video of this limited series in the description box, so you guys can check that out. And I also have the link to the original limited time series, the championship series from I believe it was January of 2020. So yeah, that year. So so that's that. All right, so that is the upgrades and upgrade cost associated with this car. Now let's take a look at the series itself, and we'll just kind of see what to expect here. So tier 1, we got drag race. It's gonna be at Catalonia Grand Prix. We got speed record at Monza Junior course, so that's a short lap. And then tier 1, the cup is at Bugatti Circuit, evening rendering, 2 laps. Of course, tier 1, there's no PR requirement. And tier 2, we got speed snap at Laguna Seca. So that is right after that sort of that half tire bridge, right? What corner is that? It's like after 1, 2, 3. After the corner 3, it's like how it's all about how you handle the corner 3 into the corner 4. Not counting the very first slight bend that goes under the bridge as a corner, right? Because that's really not a corner. Anyway, then we got endurance at Dubai Club. So that is a fun little circuit, and your target distance may vary depending on your margin of victory. And then the cup for tier 2 is going to take place at Porsche Test Track Long On-Road Circuit, 3 laps with a PR 51.5 required. So obviously you're going to need some of those earlier tier 1 upgrades to get through that one. All right, tier 3, we got autocross at Melbourne. Usually takes about what, 30 seconds or so on a car like this. And then elimination, let's see, at Spa. So that one, set time, you gotta survive, right? And then cup for tier 3 is gonna be at Mount Panorama. 2 laps, PR 52.9 required. So far, the races are not exactly short at the beginning of this beginning of this limited series. Interesting. Alright, and tier 4, we got another drag race. This one at the Brickyard Road Course, followed by speed record at Suzuka East. So that's a short lap. And then Cup for tier 4 takes place at Catalunya National Circuit, 3 laps, with a PR requirement of 54.1, which, as I said, is what's required for that first 25% completion to pick up that precious 2 gold and 10,000 racing dollars plus 750 victory points. I feel like victory points are worth more than anything else in this series. You know what I mean? Anyway, tier 5, we got Hunter at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, so that's a full lap. Speed Snap at Daytona Road Course. Yeah, all these variety events at Daytona, not any shorter. And then Cup for tier 5 takes place at Monza Road Course. 3 laps, PR 55.1 required. So yeah, none of these events, none of these tiers have a very short cup event so far. Even though, I mean, that's like first quarter or first third of the series, right? Alright, so moving on, tier 6, we got Endurance at Mount Panorama. Head-to-head at Nürburgring Grand Prix. So that should be a single lapper. Followed by the Cup at Laguna Seca. 4 laps, PR 56.1 required. So, yeah, 4 laps. I mean, it's not a terribly long circuit, but still, 4 laps is 4 laps, you know? Alright, moving on, tier 7, we got Hunter at Hockenheim Grand Prix, so that's a full lap. Elimination at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix. And the Cup for tier 7 takes place at Dubai International Circuit. 4 laps, PR 57 required, which is what you're gonna need to complete the claim, the 50% completion reward, which you can do by completing 2 of the 3 events here in tier 8. So yeah, and that is of course 1,000 victory points, 4 gold, and 20,000 racing dollars, right? Alright. Speaking of tier 8, we got Speed Snap at Spa. So that's a pretty short event. Autocross at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. Where is that? That one takes place like on the after you come out of the bridge on the infamous left turn, right? And then the Cup for tier 8 takes place at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. 4 laps, PR 58 required. Alright, and tier 9, we got another drag race. This one at Dubai Grand Prix, followed by Hunter at Bugatti Circuit. So that's a full lap. And the Cup is going to be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. 4 laps, PR 58.8 required. So yeah, the Cup events, not short. Alright, moving on, tier 10. We got Speed Snap at Hockenheim Short. And head-to-head at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. And that's a single lapper. Followed by the Cup at Daytona Road Course. 4 laps, PR 59.7 required. Alright, tier 11, we got Autocross at Mount Panorama. Followed by Hunter at Catalunya Grand Prix, so that's a full lap. And the Cup is going to be at Melbourne, which requires PR 60.6 for those 5 laps. And that is what you're going to need to claim the 75% completion reward of additional 1,500 victory points, 6 gold, and 30,000 racing dollars. You're going to need 1 gold trophy. Could become in the form of completing this endurance at Porsche Test Track, Long Road Circuit, or elimination at Monza Junior Course. Or if you really wanted to, you could do it with a Cup at the Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, which does have a higher PR, of course, 61.5. And that's going to be 4 lap Cup. So there you go. Moving on. Tier 13, we got speed record at Red Bull Grand Prix, so full lap, head-to-head at 24-hour circuit. That is a lengthy head-to-head, even if it's a single lap. And followed by the Cup at Nürburgring Grand Prix, 4 laps, PR 62.4 required. On to Tier 14, we got Endurance at Melbourne, Elimination at Daytona Motorcycle Course, and the Cup at Silverstone Grand Prix, 4 laps with a PR 63.4 required. And that takes us to the final tier, Tier 15, where we start with the drag race. So there are 4 drag races in this series, I think, right? Okay, this one takes place at Suzuka Grand Prix. Head-to-head at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, single lapper, and then the final cup at Spa, and that's going to be a 4-lap Spa Cup with a PR requirement of 64.5, which you can achieve by spending some 390 gold. Alright, so that is how you will, what you can expect in this limited series. So I'll jump in and get going on this series after this video is done. So yeah, if you want to check out my playthrough, stay tuned and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright, take care.